It was a Thursday evening at Tomorrow World, an electronic music festival in the woods of Chattahoochee Hills. The bass reverberated through my chest, lasers painted the sky, and thousands of bodies moved in rhythmic unity. And then, something shifted. A tingling sensation started at the base of my skull, raced down my spine like lightning, and suddenly, the edges of myself dissolved. No drugs, no alcohol, just pure awareness, a stillness behind the sound, a presence beneath the noise. I had read about this in spiritual texts. Now, I was living it. A profound sense of interconnectedness with all of existence. No division, no other, no me, no them. Just one endless intelligent pulse of life. And in that moment, I remember the words of Yogi Ramacharaka, a consciousness of the oneness of all. I saw and felt that all the world was alive and full of intelligence in varying degrees of manifestation. I felt myself a part of that great life. I felt my identity with all of life. That moment changed everything. It launched me on a quest to understand what I had touched, not just emotionally, but deeply intellectually, spiritually. I began searching across cultures and disciplines, from ancient scriptures to cutting-edge science, trying to make sense of this one great truth. Oneness isn't new, it's ancient. It lives in the Upanishads. Thou art that. You are not separate, you are the whole. It echoes in Buddhist non-duality. As Thich Nhat Hanh said, we are here to awaken from our illusion of separateness. And even in the Christian mystic tradition, Meister Eckhart declared, the eye through which I see God is the same eye through which God sees me. This is the universal truth behind all great teachings. But it's one thing to read it, it's another to feel it, to experience yourself dissolve into something greater. Modern science is beginning to catch up. Quantum physics tells us particles can be instantly connected across vast distances, what Einstein called spooky action at a distance. Is the universe whispering, you are not alone. Ecology shows us the web of life. Remove one species and the whole system trembles. Climate science teaches us that the flap of a butterfly's wings can echo across oceans. Even neuroscience is cracking the illusion. The sense of being a separate self is itself an illusion, one that falls away when closely examined. So if ancient mystics and modern science are saying the same thing, what stops us from living like it? Because every day feels like the opposite. We feel separate, disconnected, divided. We build walls, physical, emotional, ideological. We draw lines, race, religion, nationality, class, gender. We define ourselves by what makes us different, and in doing so, we forget the truth that makes us one. Even worse, some fear that believing in oneness will make us passive. If everything is one, why bother? If we're all the same, does anything I do matter? But the deeper I explored this idea, the clearer it became. True oneness doesn't numb you, it awakens you to a higher responsibility, to deeper empathy, to action rooted not in ego but in compassion. After that moment at Tomorrow World, I came back changed, more patient, more aware, more willing to listen even when it was hard. And I found that this wasn't just a fluke, it aligns with research. Self-transcendent experiences make people more altruistic, more connected, and more grounded. So, how do we cultivate this? Not just in festivals or retreats, but in everyday life. Train your attention. Watch your thoughts come and go like clouds. See how none of them are you. Connect with nature. Go to the forest, the ocean, the desert. Listen, really listen. Watch how everything dances together. Try loving kindness meditation. Send goodwill not just to your friends, but to strangers, to people you disagree with, to yourself. Before you judge, pause. What would this look like through their eyes? Not yours, theirs. Dive into philosophy, physics, psychology. The more you learn, the more you see the pattern. Everything is connected. And that brings us to justice. Because if we're all connected, then your suffering is my suffering. Your oppression is my oppression. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. This isn't apathy, it's radical engagement. Oneness doesn't dissolve accountability, it demands it. But does oneness mean we lose our individuality? No. Each wave in the ocean is unique, but every wave is made of the same water. You are a distinct note in the song of the universe, and your melody matters. You don't need to become anything. You only need to remember what you already are. Ironically, we are more connected than ever, and yet more divided than ever. We scroll past lives like they're headlines. We forget there are real hearts behind every profile. Social media can unite us, or it can fragment us into echo chambers. But the choice is ours. We can use these platforms to amplify wisdom, to build bridges instead of walls, to find each other again in the noise. Tomorrow world was only the beginning. There have been peaks where everything made sense and valleys where I forgot the feeling entirely. But slowly, steadily, I've come to realize oneness is not a destination. It's a practice, a remembering. As Rumi said, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. You carry infinity inside of you. You are the whole, seeing itself from a single point of view. So I invite you now to challenge your deepest assumptions about who you are, about what you are, about the boundaries you believe in. Because beneath all appearances, beneath every mask, every label, every story, lies the same truth. We are one. We breathe the same breath. We ride the same earth. We arise from the same source. And we are all going home together. In the words of Swami Vivekananda, oneness is the secret of everything. So remember, not just with your mind, but with your soul. Remember the oneness of all.